Why
There
didn't you
we
vote
go.
for me to be great today?
I was like, oh, wow, you're playing us, internet. Great. That's not shocking.
Tell me who you are and welcome to The Time Is Now.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. I love your energy. Love the Saturday morning vibe. Hi guys, I'm Stacey. You can follow me or get to know me more at One Take Stace. Yeah, I am a human being who is constantly evolving at every level. I am a TV host and a entrepreneur. I have a business called Fight for Your Fairy Tale, and you can also see that in my bio and check that out later. But yeah, I am every woman as well. So, you know.
Listen, everyone on here is every woman. It's crazy that you were able to come on right now because I just stumbled up across your Instagram probably like a few weeks ago, and
Yeah.
I am in love, like you're everything Black Girl Magic, but you had this incredible 10-day challenge. And when I saw it, I was like, this is what I need in my life. I sent it to like everyone possible on my gram. Talk to us a little bit about that, Stacey. What's the challenge? And then where did it come from?
Yeah, so I did this challenge called the OTS First 30 challenge. It was the first 30 minutes of your day, stretch, pray or meditate, stretch and read, right? It came from me just realizing and recognizing the first time I was really involved in it was I came up with it for Stress Awareness Month, which is March. And obviously this March was stress in itself. I mean, it was the introduction to a pandemic. It was us having our year totally, off course. And so I definitely did not do that. And I was like, okay, let me sit in my own stuff, right? Sit in my awareness, sit in my consciousness, learn, grow, evolve, deal with some pain, all that, heal. And it made
we all are doing that right now, Stacey.
Yes,
right?
we are.
Everybody on
Yes,
this
we
call, we
yes,
all
we
are in the same.
Yes, we are.
Together.
Yes, we are. So I allowed that to all happen, and it then the challenge kind of came back into my heart and was like, you should bring this back before the end of the year. I think, a lot of us, if you're in the branding space, you're kind of like, all right, I'll just do the January stuff and like the get back to it life. And it's like, I just didn't feel like that was true and authentic to who we were right now. There's nothing to get back to. There's only to take from now and to keep growing from, right? And so I was like, well, the challenge to me means let's spend the first 30 minutes of our day honoring us and going back to being self first instead of selfish. I think we think spending time in our own thing, like trying to do this self-care practice, we throw it in the mix of other things, and that's impossible. You have to actually make it a practice. You have to actually like dedicate time to it, or you're not going to be able to. I've tried to be like, okay, I'm gonna read after my meeting and I'm gonna check in with this person. No, it just doesn't happen. No, it doesn't. And so it was really important for me to just open up and do the challenge again, which meant every day I sent out a meditation, I sent out some stretches, I sent out, a reflection question. I had an email list going. It was really phenomenal. It was a lot of work. It was wonderful. It was a lot of work because I was doing the challenge itself, but I was also, making sure that I could curate the cast.
The content, right?
Yeah, the content of it. And so definitely we just wrapped it on Thursday, and then Friday I had a bonus day because I had a wellness celebration party, and that was like so amazing. Yeah,
I love people are in the comments saying I'm going to do this, and you guys, I had turned 37 in November, and so ever since I turned 37, I was waking up already and reading every morning. And it's really, really deep that no matter what you are constantly trying to manifest and bring into your life will show up. And so then a week later, I see you, and then I see that, and then I'm like,
oh my gosh.
And talk about the community where you were able to build, Stacey. Like, what did you get back? Like, you gave out so much. You were giving us tips. I mean, I'm yogaing, y'all. I'm a yogi, okay? I was downward dogging, and I was yogiing. Like, what did you get back, Stacey, from building that?
That's a really gift. You know what? That's a really cool question because I actually sat with that yesterday in my trying to take a break and rest a little bit. I got confirmation. Somebody said it beautifully. I got confirmation that this is who I really am, that being a part of the wellness space and bringing healing, not only to myself, but to other people is my actual mission. I come from the entertainment space. I come from TV and hosting, and I love that stuff. And I'm really grateful that I have that gift, and I plan to use that gift to merge into this, and versus being like, oh, I'm dropping it, because all it is, it's always been about having authentic conversations, being real with who we are as human beings, not the titles and the things and the stuff. It's the literally the basic relatability is the fact that we're all doing the same type of stuff. We all have shame that we deal with. We all have courage that we get to exude. We all have fears that we're trying to get rid of. Like, we all have those things. And in creating a community. I lost a lot of followers during that time, which was at first I thought was like annoying. And then I was like,
That's
somebody
sweet.
said on my team that I was making room for the people that actually wanted that content. And I was like, oh,
Listen,
yeah, I didn't
making
even,
the room. Let's just stop and
I was,
stamp that.
mm-hmm,
Because
yeah,
when you are walking on purpose, there are people who will not go along the way.
yeah,
But when you are really focused, you make the room for people
yeah,
like me who show up, who's like,
yeah.
oh my God, like
That's what
this
I'm
is it.
saying. That's exactly what
Definitely.
it just froze.
Yes. So,
Sorry, can you
okay,
hear
really
me?
quickly too. Yeah, I
Yes,
can
go
hear you,
ahead.
Stacey. Can you hear? Okay. So that was incredible. And then here's how it continues to build. And we've been talking here on the show about connecting God dots, how one thing, even our
Yeah,
last week, we had the budget Lisa on, and she was saying how one door leads to another door, leads to another door. And I love this because I was like in love with this challenge. And then, girl, you had
yes,
Glendon Doyle Untamed book review. And I just,
yes.
I became a cheetah. Glendon Doyle started following
Oh
me
my
and we've been
God.
DMing it up. Can we go there
Oh
for
my
one
God.
second?
Oh, please. We
That
can
book.
and it's so funny. It's so beautiful that you got to experience that, because you experienced, when you asked what I gained, you were there for one of the biggest parts of something I gained. I mean, I had
Yeah.
Glennon Doyle on my vision board as somebody I want to interview in August. Like, she's literally already in
Oh,
my phone for my show. I have a show called Human to Human, and I was like, she's definitely going to be a guest on there one day. And then
yeah.
that happened. I had read her book. I was so enthralled by her words and her choices of storytelling. I mean, she is phenomenal. And it is such a relatable book, right? Like I told you, it was going to have you like
Yeah.
pressed. And
Listen.
so I'm impressed. I was like, this is too much for me, but it was so wonderful. So yeah, I had the book review with a friend of mine who also was reading it. And then Glennon comes in, she follows me, we send messages. She's been so inspirational. She's coming on my show. Like, she's just a gem. She's such a gem. And so
Glendon Doyle is literally everything.
yeah.
So let's talk about this really quickly as we wrap up. Here on
Mm-hmm.
the show, the time is now. I wanted us to have this conversation, right? Because in the pandemic, we were all like, what do we do now? And
Mm-hmm.
it made us have amazing content just to turn your phone on and say, hey, who wants to listen, right?
Right, right.
So what is the biggest lesson that you've learned in 2020?
Ooh, I have been confronted with expectations in 2020. I've been confronted with what you think success is versus what it really is. I've been confronted with the doing instead of the being.
Oh,
We're human
doing instead
beings.
of being.
We're human beings, not human doers. So that was huge. Dying a lot to the things that I thought and supposed to and coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I died a lot to those things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I learned a lot of self-trust. I would say one of the biggest things I learned was a lot of self-trust, because in all of the process of those beginning things, so much has to die, so much has to go away, so much has to be renewed and restored for you to be like, oh, it's actually about the trust in myself. It's actually about the trust in God. It's actually about the trust that I was on the right path to begin with. That takes a lot.
Oh,
That takes a lot of work, and I'm still in it, but I just know that that was a big thing that I recognized this year. Like, man, because even Untamed wouldn't have made sense in my world. Like, it wouldn't have shook me the way it did this year than it did 2 years ago, right? This year, it just was the
yeah.
perfect time for me to experience, because that book is about that self-trust on a deep
Oh,
level, and so that was a big thing. I really had to wipe away a lot of expectations, not only of myself but of other people, and really start trusting my process and myself.
oh, Stacey, I love that.
Yeah.
You guys, if you're in here, please follow Stacey's platform.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you are starting today, right? Like this, the time is now.
Yes,
So start
please,
today. Do your 10,
please.
10, 10. 10
Yes,
minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of your reading, 10
yes,
minutes of your yoga. Well, maybe I'll do a
yes,
yoga live, and I'll do like yoga and then we'll
yes,
do
yes,
downward dog. But
yes.
Stacey, I appreciate you. We're going to jump into
Thank
our
you.
next guest. We're doing
Sure,
3 in 30 minutes today. Thank you for giving me the time. This is
of
only the
course,
start.
of
If this is
course.
anything, confirmation that I see you, I believe in you. You are
Thank
living on
you.
purpose.
Thank
And
you.
girl, you're going to shine.
You are phenomenal. Thank you for your energy. We need all this on Saturday. Y'all better thank her for this energy. This is good. Like, okay, girl. Yes. Yes to the energy. You're amazing. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
OMG. So how cool was that? I'm telling y'all, 2 things I want you to take away from today. Start doing your morning routine, get into your prayer, get into your meditation, and get into your yoga. And I want you to get Untamed by Glennon Doyle, because that book has truly changed my life over the last few weeks. So we're going to remove Stacey out, and we are going to go to our next guest. We are doing 3 conversations today. Let's see who else is in here. All right. Let me go. If you are still here joining in, welcome to The Time Is Now. Today I'm doing 3 quick conversations with 3 different women. Let's see who is going next. Let's bring in Josefina. So she's going to, I just sent her a request to come in. How good was Stacey? Did she say that the part about human beings is not the doings, but it's the being? How many of us are running around and just doing and doing and doing and running ourselves solo? So make sure you follow her and her platform. I love what she's doing. And you got to have that time for yourself. You cannot take over the world. You cannot do all that you want to do unless you tap into you. We're going to bring our next guest in.
Hello.
I'm going with random people here.
Oh. Hi, love. Can you hear me well? Yes.
I can hear you. Can you tell everybody who you are? Hi, boo. Hey, boo. Hey.
Hey, boo. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. First of all, hi, y'all. My name is Josefina. I am Josefina, as you can say. I am a 27-year-old singer-songwriter. I'm originally from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Wow.
Yes, I moved to LA almost 2 years ago. So yeah, and I'm working on my music.
2 years.
Almost 2 years. Oh my God. And pandemic in the middle.
Woohoo! So you were like ready for a real shakeup right now. You were like, okay, world, I'll take it. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, how
exactly.
Incredible. So finish this sentence starter for me. 2020 taught me.
2020 taught.
So 2020
taught me.
Yeah.
Woo, girl. What did it?
Should we get the notebooks? What did 2020 teach you, girl?
Well, 2020 for me, I am actually going to say this. 2020 has been the best year of my life. Wow. What?
Hold on. Anybody else? If you tap in, if you agree that 2020 has been the best year of your life, I want to know. I want to see. But tell me why. Tell us why.
Because it was the worst in a way, but it taught me so much.
Right.
I literally found myself I've been always a spiritual human being, a very spiritual human being, but I found myself digging even deeper, you know, like I felt I touched bottom this year, you know, and it taught me so much. It's been so intense, and it still is the most intense year in my life. But I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. It's been a hard and tough year. I moved here.
Yeah.
Right? In 2000, what was it? 2019, like beginning of 2019.
Yeah.
I started working on my music. I met so many amazing people. I met you too. So inspiring. Yeah. I worked on a lot of music, and then all of a sudden I moved with my brother and my sister-in-law together. You know, it's like start from scratch. Whenever you move from another country, is like, hi, whatever you did in your own country, now you have to do it again, all over again. So it's been like, I found myself doing meditation every day, crying out of nowhere every day. And I started to be really, really honest with myself.
Oh, that is like I said, really like a theme for today.
Yeah.
And I love that, because I think that you started off with saying that it's been the best year, but the growing pains in that year, right?
Yeah.
And I think that we all share that, because we all thought that 2020 was going to be our year and so forth. And in many ways it has, because this is the first time in like our time that we all had to sit down and get really connected. And I love how you said honest with yourself. That rings true of what Stacey just said earlier.
Exactly.
Really connecting that, because we couldn't do anything but face ourselves at this point. And that's why I started this platform, The Time Is Now. I've always wanted to have a talk show. And I was working with my producer to develop something really great. And then the pandemic hit. And what we're realizing is we all had to pivot. There's been constant pivots in this year, but we are still making it, and it's still showing up for ourselves.
Yes, girl. So inspiring. You're so inspiring. So really empowering. Thank you for that. Thank you for this platform. Yes,
I love it.
Yeah, you have a beautiful vibe and energy. So I love that. Yeah.
So on our show, as you guys know, I work with a mentoring group, and I'm also assistant principal of a middle school. And 7th grade girls, we all remember that. What would you tell your 7th grade self, Josefina, in Argentina? What would you tell her?
Oh my God. It's gonna sound super corny and deep, but I would tell her, girl, I got you. I love you.
Oh,
you know, my adult self. I will tell her that I got her, because I learned this not so long ago. I learned that I've been looking for, you know, like a masculine figure or a feminine figure, like outside, you know, like a father or a mother, and I wanted to, I wanted them to be proud of me, you know, and instead of myself. I'm proud of you. I would tell her, I'm proud of you. I'm proud. I'm happy for you. You are beautiful. Believe in yourself. Even though we heard this before, but it's something that I will tell myself over and over again. And be ready, because you're about to discover a lot of things.
Right. And it's that self-talk. Even from 7th grade to me as a 37-year-old woman, I still have to wake up and tell myself that every day. And I loved how you brought that conversation up, because, you know, we're searching for those things. We want to make everybody else proud. We want to make everybody else do the right thing. But are we who we want to be? Am I living today how I want to live? And that is it. So listen, okay, I can't have you on here without you singing a song for me.
Oh,
Can you sing, Mama? Can you sing for us? Yes,
girl. I would love to sing. Thank you so much for this beautiful platform and your beautiful vibe. I'm gonna sing a song. I'm gonna sing a song that I really love. It's been with me this whole year. I sang this song like 1,000 times. I'm sorry. Probably my followers are like, sing another song, but I just love this song.
Sing it. Y'all, we get ready to get a singer on the live. David, my producer.
Thank you, love.
This is cool. This is fun. We're just going with it.
Yes, David. All right, let me see. Let me know if you can hear this.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh.
Come on.
You don't know, baby, when you hold me and kiss me slowly, it's the sweetest thing. And it don't change. If I had it my way, you will know that you are. You're the coffee that I need in the morning. You're my sunshine in the rain when it's falling. Would you give it to me? Give it all. I just wanna see. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. When you go far, no matter how far, if life is a movie, are the best part. Yeah, Cassie. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I love you, girl. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for beautiful energy.
Y'all, Is she? I have chills. Is she not?
Oh.
Is she not everything? Follow her. Book her. I love you, Mama.
I
This is
love
your
you.
year.
I love
The
you. This
time
is
is
your
now,
year.
baby.
This is our year, okay?
This is our
Mwah.
year.
Yes, baby. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye, boo.
Bye.
Y'all. Okay, hold on, everybody. Wait, did you hear her? Sister, did that make your day? Listen. That girl can sing, y'all. How incredible. Just moved here 2 years ago, finding her purpose, making a way out of no way with a voice that only God could have given her. Thank you, girl. Oh my God, I'm loving this. Do y'all love this? Do y'all? Oh, look at that 30 minutes is on. I love it. All right, we got one more person. Let me see. Come on in. Let's see, let's see, let's see. All these requests. Thank you guys so much. All right, go ahead. Let's see. Who am I getting ready to go love with? Oh, her IG. Yes, it's right here. Josefina. She's in the chat still. Please, y'all. She's something else. Okay. Who am I going to go live with next? This 30 and 30. I'm loving it. I'm loving this. I'm looking through. Here we go. I'm bringing in someone else. It's happening. Wow. Hey.
Hi.
How are you, love? Tell me
I'm
who you
good.
are.
How are you? Oh,
What's your name?
my name's Kalia. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Kalia. How are you? Where are you from? Where are you calling from?
I'm from Compton, California, currently in Carson, but a stone's throw
Wait
from
a minute.
Compton, but born and raised Compton.
I'm from Compton.
We're kindred spirits, right?
This is it.
Feel
Tell
the
me your
connection.
story.
So,
First of all, before there, have you loved the show today?
this is what I need every Saturday.
Oh.
To pick me up, okay? So this is good, and I'm definitely going to be following the other two women. I'm scared to come behind Josefina because that song just, I don't have that.
Powerful?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So this has been very inspiring. This is a great idea, by the way.
Thank you.
Great idea. Yes, thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your story. Let's start here. What's your purpose? What gets you up every day?
Okay, jump right in. You know what? I would say the very first thing that I do, sometimes before I even open my eyes, is I thank God for another day. And I think one of the things that gives me the purpose is just realizing that every day is literally a blessing and not to take things for granted, like waking up, like having the ability to have my right mind. So, I try to find purpose literally in everything that I do and not to take the small things for granted.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have to, right? Because
we do.
And we say that, but I think that this year really taught us that. Things happen in history that rattle us.
Listen.
And we say, okay, let's remember, let's lean in, let's do that. But this year, and if you just turn on the news, you had to literally tell yourself,
baby,
pick myself back up. Let me be grateful for what I have right now in this moment. I have all that I need. Did you realize this year that you have all that you need?
Not only do I have all that I need, but I need so much less. So like that spirit of greed and like overconsumption and thinking that you need all of these things to be happy. But when you're really stripped down to the bare minimum and you're just like, okay, you know what? Let me not complain. Let me just be thankful for what I have. Like talk about counting your blessings. Absolutely. All of those cliche things that we say all the time, like count your blessings and attitude of gratitude. That's real. Like that's Absolutely. So real when, like you said, you turn on the news and all you see are people who are constantly losing things. It really makes me just keep my mouth shut and just thank God.
Absolutely. What would you tell your 7th grade self? If you could go back and tell your 7th grade self in Compton, what would you tell her?
Man, 7th grade, I was 12 years old. I would tell her to be fearless. I was so timid and like scary and such a rule follower, which is good. Rules are important. But I would tell her to be fearless, and it's okay to step out and to speak up. I think growing up in such a sort of strict environment, I was always just really mild and, afraid to speak up or afraid to be that smart girl that I am, because I didn't want to make other people look bad. But then you realize you grow into who you are designed and destined to be, and you're going to make people look bad regardless. And that's on them. That's not your problem. So yeah, I would definitely tell her to be fearless. Walk in that, you know, walk in that purpose.
You know, there's this idea, a piece of why I became a teacher and, you know, in education is that I know that there was that one teacher who changed my life who actually saw me, right? And I've always believed in like girl power. And even when I was at my lowest, and even when I didn't have it for myself, I knew that I was a powerful being. I knew that I was special. And I just wish that more young girls could see that, because the young girls, they grow into the women who we are today.
Absolutely.
And if we do not deal with it, it will continue to come up, and you will have to face it.
Right. But it's like you said, it's the example.
Yeah.
Little girls will believe in what they can do when they see women doing the things that they didn't think they could do. And I think sometimes, you know, women, we cower down to patriarchy and we're afraid to speak up. And that's why dynamic women like you, who are using their platform and using their voice to uplift and bring other women along, it's so critical. Because
we have to bring other women along. I did not make it. There are women on this call that I literally would not be sitting and standing without.
Yes.
That I would literally not be able to get through my day. My sister's on here and we often talk like, what would we do if we didn't have this bond to just be each other's therapist to get through it? I have my BFF Blanca on here, who is a Latina woman who we met in education, I would never have known that we have the same cry.
Yeah.
We just had Josefina, who's like, I see you, I love you, looking for that. We all have this human connection.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's the unique things that bring us together, not only our own femininity or our own woman power, but some of the struggle and difficulties of womanhood. We're on a journey that only women can relate to. Yeah. Men can't relate to some of the things that we go through and experience. And that's why it's so important that we find sisterhood in the places and the spaces that we go in, you know, and be there for each other. Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
And that's the crazy part about social media, right? Like, I just go on live today, you pop up, I meet you, and I feel a connection. Yes. There is no way, you guys, that we have this world. I had someone reach out to me from the Netherlands. I'm going to be on a show later on tonight in the UK. Like, the power of being able to just turn on a camera and say, this is my truth. Yes. Will you listen?
Yes.
This is
and
my
find
truth.
Those other people.
Yeah.
Who can connect through your story.
Finish this sentence. 2020 has taught me
compassion. 2020 has taught me compassion. I am a super busy career woman who is on the go nonstop. And a lot of times when you're moving and you're hustling and you're bustling, you don't have enough time to slow down and show real compassion towards other people. You don't have time to slow down and hear other people's stories or experiences. And in this year in particular, I was looking forward to 2020. I was getting my doctorate degree. I had a huge...
Hold on, doctorate! Hold on, doctorate! You better go, doctor!
Thank you. Thank you.
Good.
And thank you. And I was so excited about 2020. I was going to graduate. I was having a huge graduation party with like 300 people. And, you know, Corona said no.
Corona said no.
Right. And I had to just be okay with just getting my degree, just accepting the accomplishment, getting it in the mail, and having my own little private party. I put my cap and gown on in my room, and I just held my piece of paper and I cried, you know? And it just taught me, you know, I'm being forced to slow down for the first time in my life. I'm, you know, and I had to get comfortable with that. I was restless. I had restless energy.
Girl,
and I had to figure that out.
My story or yours?
Listen.
I don't even know you. You guys, I don't know her, and she's telling our stories. Everybody's stories here.
Yeah.
Yes.
The restless energy was real. And I just had to say, you need to learn how to sit and be comfortable sitting. And what I realized were there were things that I was not ready to reconcile with. Some trauma that I had not dealt with.
Yeah. Because
when you sit still, you have to deal with things. And when you're busy, it's okay to just push it to the side.
Yeah.
But
how much are y'all pushing to the side on here? How much are you pushing to the side? I'm reading this book, The One Thing, and it said, if you chase, you've heard of it, I'm sure. It said, if you chase two rabbits, you won't catch either one. And I think that's how we are chasing rabbits. we were chasing. I was chasing the next goal, the next dream, the next this.
Yeah.
And
That's
it was
real.
still here. And this is a woman who I don't know, you guys. Come on. And she's talking our truths.
It's still here. That's the thing. So, I mean, there's a powerful lesson in that. There's a powerful lesson in that. And I'm learning a lot in this quiet time. I'm thankful more every day. And I'm just taking the lessons as they come.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, I think my study, my research, all of those things was done for a season and a reason. And now we're in this space where, although I didn't get a chance to celebrate the way that I thought that I was going to, this year has still been so transformative and still so, you know, so huge.
It reminds me of, even if you don't celebrate, it's still a win. Even if you don't celebrate it, because we want like, oh, the big celebrations, the big to-dos, and you're not even excited even. There's so much going on, you couldn't even enjoy the moment.
You're tired.
You're planning, my 35th birthday, I went crazy planning it, didn't even have fun, but that's the other day. But
it kind of reminds,
still winning. Yeah,
it reminds me of like where we are in life though. It's like, if it's not on social media, did it happen?
No.
So it's like, for me, I was like, okay.
Now,
right. No. But it's like, am I excited about graduating, or am I excited about having a party with all these people? And so, you know, the situation, life took the party away. It took the graduation trip away. No party, no venue, no trip to Jamaica. It was just like, but I still graduated.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we're in this time where if we're not able to show it off, did it really happen?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's the balance of life with social media. That's the balance of life in this day and age that we're in. So, you know, we just have to stay true to us.
Really quickly, what are you getting your doctorate in? I'm an educator, so I love this. I know we got some educators in the room.
Yes.
What was your doctorate? What is your dissertation about?
So shout out to Cal State Long Beach. I got my EDD in educational leadership, just finished May 2020. My dissertation, I did a qualitative study on single Black women who's having a hard time in their romantic lives due to their career and or educational attainment.
No, I'm not doing it with y'all. Wait a minute.
I did.
Talking to me.
I was talking to me.
Women. You did a qualitative study and research. Single Black women and how it is for us to find a mate.
The challenges, the difficulties.
The challenges. What?
It was life-changing. It was life-changing research.
Can you please email it out to y'all? It's going to be on the Tiny's Now email, okay? We're going to be sending this out. Because we need to read this, girl.
Yeah, I'm very proud to say.
What are your findings? What did you find? Tell me, girl. Where's my man? Is he here?
Look.
Is he on the live? Is he in LA? No.
Listen, speaking of LA, the biggest challenge is regional, like where you live, right? So for my study, I interviewed 47 women from across the entire country. And some of the issues are, you know, where you're located. And some of the women that I interviewed, they're willing to pack up and move for love. They're like, hey, I live in Washington State. I'm about to pack it up and try Atlanta. I heard it's a lot of brothers in Atlanta.
It's not in Atlanta.
Look, well, I'm going to say it's not in LA, right?
Girl.
Listen.
Wow.
And part of it was just recognizing where Black men are. And what I like to say is my paper is in no way male bashing. I totally uplift Black kings, brown kings. I'm here for that. But I think we really have to take a step and a moment to look at the difference between the way Black men and Black women are educated. And you know this, you just said you're in education as well. Yeah. And when there's an education gap between men and women, and this is Latinas, Asians, this is across all races.
Yeah.
What does that mean for our economic future? That means we're not sitting at the tables that we need to be sitting at to create the better economy for our people. Wow. And we're always talking about Black people need to sit at the table. Well, marriage, unfortunately not, you know, however people feel about it, marriage is the #1 way to move up socioeconomically in this country.
Wow. Because, you know, you take my 1 million and your 1 million. No, I'm just kidding.
Now we got 2 million.
Hey.
Right. But, you know, and that just stands through the test of time. People marry to look, Beyonce, let me upgrade you. So that's really,
you know,
that's
we
the
love
mindset.
being in the house.
We do. I'm in the hive.
Right.
And so it's fascinating when you really think about it. But it was an amazing
Wow.
story, talking, to use your words, the connection of women,
Wow.
being able to speak to women all over the country about
Wow.
something that I was struggling with.
Wow.
Now,
So wait, the question is, here we go, y'all. Now she got an EDD in this. Now you did the research. Did you find your boo, sis? Did you find your boo?
I've not shared this outside of my, close circle. So this is the time is now exclusive. But I am in a relationship now. And, I can't say that my research necessarily helped me, but it did make me more aware. I used to walk around and think that, me having a doctorate degree is not an issue. And it may not be an issue, or maybe it shouldn't be an issue, but I at least needed to be aware of it, and that could be a little bit of a turnoff. As one career woman to another, we can be a little wrapped up in our work. So it did help me relax a little bit and maybe not talk about work on the first date so much. So yeah, so far so good. It's only been a few months, but we'll see.
Listen, the whole chat is rooting for you. The time is now behind you. We are going to be at the wedding in 2021, 2022.
Yes.
So, and also, I am a wedding planner. So I will tell you this now. By you coming on my show randomly today, I will plan your wedding for you. If you marry this man and get ready, I will plan your wedding. And I do fabulous events.
Okay, I should have hit record on this. So we
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. This was awesome. Best of luck to you. And I really feel like you are walking in your purpose. So, yes.
Oh, yay. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
So random, so
popular. Content's in the house.
I know. Okay.
So, thank you so much. Mwah.
Y'all, I'm all done. I'm all done. Can we just take us where we've been in these last 30 minutes? We had one take Stacey, who was doing a mind, body, spirit challenge, walking in her purpose, put Glennon Doyle on her vision board, and then was doing just what she needed to do. And about us as humans, not being so much in the doing, but the being. That was powerful. Then we had my boo, Josefina, come on. And she is here making a way. And even though this is one is a really tough year for her, it was still the best year for her. How incredible. And she sung. And she told her 7th grade self, which all of us in different continents, area codes, and everyone else would all tell our 7th grade selves, I got you. I got you. And then we got Miss Bradshaw in the house with a doctorate on how do Black women and brown women find their equal counterparts so that we can take over and take what's ours. Y'all, I don't know about you, but I've been so blessed today for the time is now. Thank you for rocking with me and for joining me. This is what this is for. We want to have this smart talk, this conversation that brings women together. And we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to my producer, David, who makes magic for me every single day. Tiffany on the beat on the face. And for my 3 guests, random 3 and 30. Tell me if y'all love this because we may bring this back. Tune in next week. Thank you so much. The revolution marches on.